Welcome to one of the best
Morning.
New York
Good
streams
morning.
here.
Hey, good
Good morning, good
morning.
morning. How's everyone
Morning.
doing today?
Good.
How are you?
Very well, very
Good,
well.
man.
In EG cells.
Perfect. Everyone's alive. Same people from yesterday. Perfect.
Every day.
Perfect.
Cells.
Everyone's alive.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Good morning, rakeel.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning. Morning, Roger. Morning.
Good morning, good
Rakeel,
morning.
nice runner on GJ last night.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Dude, I missed that move. The 8:15 move.
Yeah. That really
Waiting for the
pushed.
candle to close. Yeah, it was nice.
Man, so far our GJ predictions has been on point. Going to the 1 hour, I need to draw this one zone here. 135. Oh yeah, we've reached 135,400. This is a strong resistance here that G just tapping into. This is a huge liquidity zone that G just tapping into currently. So let's do this here. Surprisingly, gold spreads are a little better today. They're like 5 pips, 4 pips.
Yeah, it's starting to come down. It looks like.
Oh yeah, 6-7 pips.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Good.
Yeah, that currently resistance that we're at, it's daily. I would like to see like if it breaks it, we're reaching the one.
Yep. Because the way it's moving, it's heading towards 136,500 on the daily.
Morning, gang. How are we doing?
Good, good.
Very good.
Morning,
Yeah.
Rakeel.
Hey, how's it going?
Good man.
Unemployment today.
Yeah, we got some Euro news here too. So we are at resistance on GJ. And at the same time, this is resistance, and then GJ, it created a support right over here, from which it rejected. Since it's in an uptrend, I don't want to take a sell here just because this kind of closed bearish. I want to see a support forming so I can take a buy. Kind of like what happened yesterday. This week has been relatively easy. This has been a pretty easy week. Oh, someone's in buys from 135, 100. Nice.
100.
I hope you secured something up over here.
Oh yeah. 10 pips.
Gold is running bullish here. Taking a look at the daily. Daily has created support 1643.72. 4 hours approaching a resistance of 16.67.
Morning, Roger.
Hi, how are you?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, there are those magic keys.
Good morning, rakeel.
Hey, how's it going?
Yo, Mac, do you secure your GJ buys?
Yeah,
Awesome, bro. Nice trade.
thank you. I still have a run in it though, but
Is 135, 140 a resistance that could be tested as support to go up? 135, 140. Yeah, sure. But I'm looking at solid levels, you know. So this is solid level here, 135, 300, and 135 even. These are two solid levels. So I'm looking at those. I'm not looking at these minor resistances here or this and that. I mean, if price starts to create a support here in the 15-minute as well, like around here or up over here, then I'm going to start to look for buys. But so far, just waiting. Because if we break up over here, we're heading into 135, 400, and 500 eventually. Oof, GP cat is just flying. It's flying into a level right over here currently. This one. And then it has another one over here. Right there. CAD and yeah, I might trade it. I might use pendings for unemployment claims. Yeah, I'm gonna use pendings. They're expecting really bad numbers. Look over here. Employment change, they're expecting negative 427. I think it's gonna be more than that. More than 4 million. Because Alberta is hurting bad. You know, like there are no jobs in Alberta and like in the oil field, nothing. Mainly because oil is price is so low, so that means there's a lot of it in like, you know, storage. So there's no need for them to work. I mean, the rigs are down, the fracking is down, it's all dead. So a lot of people got temporary layoffs, so that's going to really affect this number. It's going to be way worse than this. We'll see what happens. You don't think it's priced in? Yeah, I think so, because it's like, you know, it's been moving up. If you look at USD CAD is pretty stable. It hasn't really moved much. But let's see what happens, because we can only know what's going to happen until the news happens, right?
Rakeel, I think we've got the oil news coming today as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
At the same time.
Meetings now, I think.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Rakeel, I listened to you know that podcast, the one that you listen to every week.
Oh yeah.
It's really good.
It's good, right?
Yeah, really good.
Man, you listen to it over and over and over again. You just start to really like. I mean, it's just amazing, man. That podcast.
There's so
Which
many
one?
things in there that I didn't think of,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, and you also reinforce a lot of them from
Yeah.
like a lot of the things they say. I'm like, oh, yeah, I hear you say this, and now I get why. And it's it's really good. I'm probably going to listen to it a couple more times and write some notes on them.
Yeah, like my entire methodology of trading is built around that podcast. Like
Which
that.
podcast is it?
It's this podcast here. It's Chat with
Get the
Traders,
trading nut?
episode 82.
Oh, gotcha.
With
Yeah, I think I've listened to that like 4 times already.
oh yeah, episode 71. Futures Trader.
Gotcha.
Futures Trader 71, episode 82. Yeah, this one. Morad. Yeah, I'm gonna put the link here in the YouTube chat here too. Oh, I can't paste the link. Copy and paste.
Oh, your screen is back.
Yeah, your screen's not sharing anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, it went away.
Chat with Traders podcast is proudly supported by...
There it is. Give it a list of the day.
And it's so true what you were saying about like traders that change like their strategy all the time, or listen to every podcast on different strategies and try and implement it will probably fail. But the people that just stick to one strategy over and over again.
Yes, that's 100% true. It's like when you focus on one strategy, you're basically playing that strategy's probabilities. And once you change it, and that now you're really mixing up two probabilities.
Yeah, exactly.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hey, how's it going?
How are you,
Morning,
brother?
Danny. Long time no see. So you saw my TP hit. I'm still holding a runner though. But
Alright, let's take a look at this chart here. Clean traffic, but that wick is freaking me out. Uptrend, broke support, closed bullish. Well, because that wick means that price came up over there and it rejected it. You know, so basically what's going to happen is now you're taking that into account. So if you look at GPCAD, if you go to GPCAD right over here, you see that that's some sort of a resistance, right? So now you're looking to see, okay, since we're in an uptrend, we went up, we approached an area where this wick was here that freaked you out for some reason. It's only because there's a rejection area, that's it. So if price is most likely to create resistance here or create a support to continue moving up. So at this point, you cannot take a buy because price is at resistance. You cannot take a sell because, you know, we're in an uptrend. Same thing here with GJ. Even though it's formulating a sell to come into this range, but the rule of thumb is to trade the trend, right? So that's what we did yesterday. We traded the trend yesterday. People who tried to... Man, I got some messages yesterday that people were in GJ sells. You know?
It's crazy.
And I was like, why? They're like, well, because it tapped into resistance. I'm like, oh, man.
Yeah, I got buys on GJ around 135.05.
Nice.
yeah, I got buys at 135 or 119. And I'm still holding one. Hopefully this little retracement is gonna make like a little base, not that low. You know, not go past 135 and continue up.
When our broken close above resistance, clean traffic to the left. Perfect. Looks good. Maybe look into this area here too. Otherwise, it's, yeah, looks good. If the 30-minute keeps on moving up, so, you know, that's good. It's making higher highs, higher lows. Man, I've been noticing that charts have been getting very cleaner on the YouTube chat here. They're sending pretty nice charts.
Yeah, I've been noticing that too.
the numbers, labels, were not accurate.
How do you differentiate between a wick fill and a rejection? Well, GP CAD is a pretty good example here. You have a wick to the left, someone says, okay, we're moving up, we're most likely to fill that wick. Price moves up, fills it, and if someone came to the charts when it was at this wick, they'd be like, oh, okay, there might be a rejection here because the price rejected here before. See, super simple. Ooh, equity clock. What's this?
Saw gold this morning.
Yeah, gold is starting to move up now.
Oof.
Oh, this would be mostly for equities. Equity clock. I see, so it's just another calendar. EG, oh nice. Should I let a runner run? Well, that's up to you. If you want to leave a runner running, then you're gonna leave a runner run.
That's the question of the day.
Can you finish what you were saying about unemployment and oil price fall is affecting the charts? Well, yeah, the only thing was like the unemployment is going to be bigger because like oil prices have gone down. Alberta has lost a lot of jobs, so that industry has been hit hard. That industry, British Columbia lumber industry, so yeah, I think the unemployment rate is going to be pretty high. The employment change is going to be pretty high as well. So let's see what happens. When there's news, okay, I'll tell you the easiest way to correlate news, right? So news is like at 8:30, which is like around 1 hour 45 minutes away. So if you have news 1 hour 45 minutes away, it only makes sense to talk about news like 5 minutes before, 10 minutes before, because no matter what we say, no matter what kind of speculation we do, it's just going to be speculation, right? It's just going to be like, oh yeah, like at the end of the day, the speculation is going to be news will either move it up or it's going to move it down. Best way is just to wait for it to happen and play it by the ear. I'm going to use pendings and see what happens.
What, UJ or Nicole?
Millions of Americans are eager to have the nation go back to some semblance of normal. One of the questions the American people need answered for that to happen responsibly looks so sad.
If your daily target is only 10-15 pips, wouldn't it make sense to pick an instrument with the lowest spread possible? Yes, but at the same time, it's really important to stick to just one pair as well. I used to do that too. Like, aside to trade Euro USD, I couldn't trade it. I mean, I didn't really understand its movements. I think back in the day, it's not even about like I didn't understand the movements. I didn't really understood how price moved. So I guess that's why I had a very bad experience with Euro USD. Because once I finally started to understand how price was moving, how candles were affecting zones and stuff, and I was trading GJ at that point. So I kind of found it easier to trade GJ because I understood market structure at that time as well. I'm not sure if that makes sense or not. So I just stuck to one pair, GJ. I remember when we first started, we used to trade USD CAD a lot because, like, I'm in Canada and the US is right there, so it made sense to trade USD CAD. And then we started trading USD JPY a lot, and then we started trading gold, and then GJ came along. So.
And she swept you off your feet.
Yeah, GJ swept me off my feet. We even made a name for GJ too. His name was Olivia.
That's a pretty girl now. That is a pretty
Yeah.
girl.
Olivia, and yeah, so it's pretty good because like it would move a lot. We're like, God damn, Olivia is really moving today. You know, Olivia's making money.
Good morning, all.
Hey, good morning, good morning.
Olivia. Interesting.
Yeah, Olivia. And UJ was called Felicia. There was a time when they were trading we were trading USD ZAR as well.
Jeez, yeah.
Mexican peso.
Oh man, USD ZAR was nuts. I don't even know why that existed.
We used to call that Salma.
Oh yeah, Selma.
Yeah, like Salma Hayek.
No, we used to call him Zarina. USD ZAR, you know Zarina.
We used to trade the Mexican peso too back in the days.
Yeah, you know, so GJ tapped into a resistance here at 135, 300, bounced off a support here at 135. So it's in a range here, and an uptrend in a range. 4 hour also tapped into this resistance here. So we had what, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 3 trending days for GJ. Is that where we at? Yeah.
Yep.
3 trending days for GJ. So even if this day ranges, it's going to be expected, you know, because price will not trend all the time. You know, there will be some days it's just going to range. So I'm going to keep that in mind, trying to trade today. That it might, because this is a range, and I want price to break out of this range.
Yeah, because it's already done its retest, right?
Yeah, that's
already
my
done.
Yeah, that's my plan today.
How did you get that resistance at 135, 500, Raja?
Right here?
Yeah. I've got a little higher than that. I don't know.
Alright.
So like hour.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's basically so see this area here. Let me just bring up my marker here. So you see this area here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this area was consolidation. So see how this kind of came down, and then found some sort of support, came up, found resistance, and kind of like consolidated. So this is where price is right now.
Yeah.
And this zone I drew at the top, this is just like where previously price has wicked up. So I'm looking at this as like, okay, if price does continue to go up, it might wick up into this price zone here.
Ah, yes. Okay, cool. Very nice.
And then above that, obviously, you know, you got your high resistance up there at 136.
Yep.
We go down to the 30 minute. Let's take a look at the 30 minute. Yeah, see 30 minute is also coming into this area.
Yeah, it's not a very good area, is it? Not the greatest.
Is it just me or there's no sound? When you say you close half your position, how do you do that? If you go to YouTube and if you type in, I don't know, it's pretty easy. You have to Google it. GJ Wickfield looking for support form right here. Yeah. See, this candle's about to close. The 30-minute candle's about to close. It's closing bullish. Might wait for this to close before taking entry. Oh.
Jeez, it's shooting up.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh my god, I woke up because of that.
Oh man.
Oh, God, thank you. I wanted to leave it for. Let me see what's the TP. I can't even see. 136. No, what am I saying? 135, 380.
Yeah, I have a buy stop at 135, 350.
Nice. Man, what happened? That was a massive move.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, it got your buy still got activated, Mikhail?
No.
So you think it's gonna continue up after it gets activated?
Yes. How to tell that support has been formed and it's time to move on? Well, if you look right now, this is support formed here, and my buy stop also got activated right now. Support formed, buy stop got activated. Stop loss down here. TP is probably going to be like around 10 pips.
Oh, there it goes. Damn.
Rocket.
Oh.
Wouldn't you wait for the candle to close? What if it wicks back down? Well, what if it goes up? Ooh, there we go.
10 pips.
Securing 10 pips there.
Nice trade.
Trade guy.
Buy stop got activated, ran up to 10 pips, closed 10 pips.
Oh, now it's gonna wick.
Yeah, I was gonna wick. But that was quick.
That zone. Spot on, Raja. That zone.
Yeah, I think it should go deeper. Your JPY is also melting.
Yeah, I closed at 24 pips.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, even GBP CAD flew.
Yeah, pound is gaining a lot of strength. Oh, runner got stopped out. Yeah, it's good. See, now it's closing bullish. This should give you an indication that, okay, now support has been formed down here, 135, 200, and it should now continue moving bullish. But it has to stay above 135, 300 here.
I was 1 pip away from the TP, and by the time that I looked at it, it just started retracing. So I had to go ahead and click X manually.
Yeah, that's always the hardest bit, when you've got your TP there,
Look,
and price is so close, but it's not hitting it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like then it starts wicking in the other direction. It's like, it's always a tough one.
Like I typed it in the recap.
Thanks, Monty. Just closed.
If this closes above, we can take a buy, right? I think a better question is going to be, if this closes above, will my stop loss be at 135,200? That's a better question. And the answer is going to be yes. You still have your buy stop at 135,500. No, my buy stop was at 135,350. I never said 135,500, right?
No, you never.
He's at 135, 350.
Yeah. And this is not a signal room, guys. You know, on YouTube chat, you guys should send a. Yeah, go ahead.
So educational purposes only.
Oh, yeah.
If you could read.
See, this candle has closed above now. The 30-minute has also closed above, so it has closed above 135,300, which means now it should continue moving bullish. But it needs to stay above this low right over here, 135,200, for it to continue bullish.
I haven't heard Daniel's voice in a minute. Lucy.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Good. You?
Yeah, good, mate. Good, mate.
Nice.
So what made you close GJ at that point and not hold the runner?
I sent a chart. I've been on it since a minute already. But if like you can open it, Nicholas, I will explain it to you.
Oh, nice. You almost got stopped out over here, too.
Yeah, almost. Super close.
It's a good trade.
Yeah, it's gonna continue moving here.
Mm-hmm.
Our friends from the UK are in cells on GJ.
Oh, Monty?
Hell no. Come on now.
Bro, you got us make.
Bruh, I had to open my mic up. I'm busy.
That was the
But I ain't
insult.
selling.
That's how you get a reaction. That is
That
how
was an insult.
Trust me, that's some anger right there. There's no sales in this place.
Their target is 134.
You guys are targeting 134.
Whatever, okay.
Yeah, good luck with the sales.
It must be Sean.
Oh, we don't want to say no names. We don't want to say no names. Nothing. We just
no names.
No names.
Just
Where did Kevon comes out of nowhere?
But yeah, you know, the 15 minutes also broke up. I mean, the worst that can happen is that price can come back down and close below 135,300. So you need to really understand this part. If you're in buys right now, this is the area which price has to respect to continue moving bullish, right? If price comes and close below 135,300, the buying idea is invalid. So you really need to get that through your head. If it comes back down this area, the buying idea is invalid because then it needs to respect this area to continue moving up. So, you know, if you guys are out there, if you're in buys and if price comes and closes below, let's say 135,300 and even 135,200, and if you're still holding buys, thinking that it's going to continue going up, I mean, you should start to reevaluate what you're doing. How did you come up with 300? Because if you look left here, this is resistance. So 300. It's resistance, right? But wouldn't it be that area? I don't know, Anthony. You need to send a chart, or maybe come on the mic or something.
I'm on the mic.
Because yeah, you know, like it's 300 is easy to say because it's one number, rather than saying, oh, so there's resistances between 135, 275, and 135, 350. You know, 300 is easier to say. Come on, man. Come on, Anthony.
Oh, Anthony.
Yeah, I think these really even numbers like 300 and like 200. I mean, they're like nice even numbers. I like even numbers. That's why I just go with even numbers. Someone out there
Especially,
might be saying that 135, 310.
yeah, especially on GJ.
Why not 135, 800 as TP? Yes, so I was actually expecting it to continue moving up. So once price went into 10 pips, I secured, I put a stop at break even, expecting price to continue moving bullish. But it came and stopped me out, so that's it. Sometimes your runner keeps on running and sometimes your runner gets stopped out. Oh well. Just gotta be happy.
About your magic keys, Raja. Sorry.
Yeah.
When you can set your position to like auto stop at break even, does that allow for like spread or your commission?
No.
Right, so it is exactly at your entry point. So if it hits it, you technically lose whatever your commission is or something on the trade.
Yeah, exactly. The reason why it doesn't account for spread and commission is because the magic keys is used on different accounts too, right? Like a standard account, ECN account.
Yeah.
So then that would mean that's a lot of complicated stuff going on in the background. And the spread, because the spread is variable. Spread is always like changing. Like if you look at GJ, you're gonna see that spread ranges from like 0.8 pips to 1.4.
Yeah.
Right. So it's always ranging. So it's pretty hard to take into account exact spread.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
I usually just do 1 pip above the entry.
Yeah, you can do that too. I mean, you can
Whatever.
program stop loss at break even to having it stop loss, like maybe 1 pip above or something like that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do.
All right, let's take a look at this chart. Oh, wrong chart. Let's just.
So how's isolation been, Raja?
Awesome.
Good? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm coming out strong out of this isolation.
Oh, that's the way.
Working out twice a day, morning and evening, and eating healthy. I mean, major changes.
Perfect.
Nice.
So if you're looking for buys, I'll say it again. This is the support you're looking for price to hold in the worst case scenario. In the best case scenario, you want a minor support forming right over here. So if your stops are maybe like below this area here, below this one, then you're maybe thinking that okay, my last position might be down over here. This is where you need to just cut your trade off, because once price closes below, then this move up becomes a fake out. And then you're like, okay, price went up to resistance, came down, broke resistance, and closed back inside the range. So essentially this whole area, this entire area, this is a range. And this is your free-flowing traffic.
The highway.
Yeah, the highway. What makes you consider this as a retest now of the 135 to continue bullish? I think Christian Altable, instead of looking at my chart, you need to send your own chart with your own ideas and what you think is going to happen. Because if you guys come to a live stream, and if you look at our chart here, that's not going to help you at all. What's going to help you is when you post your chart and get feedback on your chart, and then you're going to be better Like you're going to be making your own process better due to that. Like if I keep talking about my chart, I'm making my process better. You know, I'm making my executions better. It's not going to help you. So, you know, there's nothing rude. It's just we're just trying to help you guys. Can you explain about order flow and interbank trading algorithms? Interbank trading algorithms. See, now that's something we don't know. If everyone knew how banks' algorithms worked, and everyone would have money, no one would need to go to jobs. I mean, banks have algorithms to continuously make them money, and they will never be available for the public. They cost millions and millions of dollars. Do you always take 80% off at 10 pips? Yes, always. I always secure 10 pips, all the time. Well, it looks like oil is heading back towards $30 here. It's gonna go back up to $50.
Yeah, I had about 7 positions, and they all hit my stop and stops to entry on all of them.
Oh.
And then they all went down, and I'm like back to zero again. But I had good positions on them because I've been just finding a thing and then stop to entry. So I had about 7 of them, and I was like, yes, this is it.
Just right now? Yes, sir.
No, this was, I think it was 2 days ago. It was yesterday. I think it was yesterday night. I think quite late, or the night before. And I just had all these stops at entry, and as it made the big dip down, it just knocked all my positions off.
Alright, what's this? Oh, nice buy. 30-minute close above resistance, securing 75% at 10 pips, waiting to run for 30. Yep, looks good. Looks good. So now if you're in this trade, this 15-minute candle is about to close in 3 minutes. It's closing bearish. You would want the next 15-minute to maybe close bullish to give you an indication that, okay, price may now start to go up. And that in turn will close the 30-minute candle here as well. Thoughts on my chart, please. Let's take a look. Looks like the trolls have ran out of money. We don't have any sexy lady robots here anymore. Oh, nice one. Should have closed the percentage. That's pretty good. I think your entry was good. Stop was good. Take profit was good where you had it. Now the idea is to repeat this tomorrow and day after tomorrow and the next week and the week after that. That's what trading is. Like, you identify one winning move and then you have to figure out how are you going to replicate it for the next months to come. What's this chart? AUD JPY. I think trading AUD JPY in the New York session is not a good idea because ideally you would want to trade a pair which is in session. You know, so if you look at AUD JPY and if you ask yourself, is Australian market open? Answer is going to be no. You're like, okay, perfect. Then you look at JPY, you're like, is the yen market open? Answer is going to be no. And then you're like, okay, well, I guess I shouldn't trade a pair whose markets are closed. Mr. Wag list. So, you know, if you've seen the webinars, we talk about that in the webinars. 30-minute support created. GJ candlebook entered here. Oh, nice.
Looks like GJ's faking out potentially.
Yep. See, now you're going to look at this and say, okay, well, you know, now this was maybe a false breakout. Now it's coming back in the range. So as price is coming back inside, this reduces the probability of price breaking up now. Now the probability is getting lower and lower and lower. And once it breaks below 135.200, the probability of buys is extremely low at that point. Shouldn't you wait for candle close to enter? Well, who's entering right now? Not me. I had a buy stop at 350. It went up to like 450 at closed, left a runner, and that runner got stopped. So that was my trade today. I actually had a better entry as well, but I'm not going to mention it because I didn't put it on the screen.
Can you explain how you took the early entry, or was it just intuition?
Oh, that was when that was earlier than the stream started. That was like somewhere over here.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Broke the high, I guess, or
yeah, broke the high right over here, and then we're expecting it to go up. And then once this kind of started to move bullish, I was like, okay, perfect, support has been formed potentially, and then had a buy stop. And
nice.
Fun times.
That's it.
Oh, wrong chart, Edric. Oh no, Edric sent the right chart. Alright, clean candle break 1 hour, created a high. Waiting for candle to retest and create minor support for entry buy. Price created minor support above the broken zone and every good buy. Yes. So if you're looking for support to be formed, that's perfect. See this chart. Oh, wrong chart. Oh, GJ, 15 minutes. Coming down to 134.900 exactly to 61.8 and then going up. Perfect. You see how, so this is the reason I don't use fibs. This is not to like trash anyone who use fibs or not, because I know a lot of people are really sensitive, so I don't do shit anyway. So you see this area, this is support, right? And notice how the support matches up with this fib level, and there's another support over here, then there's another support over here. So if you're going to draw these zones, I would say don't use fibs if you're going to draw zones. If you're going to use fibs, just use fibs. Because sometimes what's going to happen is you're going to confuse yourself with the zones and the fibs. So you need to stick with one thing, because one thing works.
I think Mac's fallen asleep.
Oh, okay, my bad.
We have the master of fibs in here. We should get his opinion.
How do I join the Zoom chat? You cannot join the Zoom chat.
I'll be right back. I want to get coffee, guys.
All right, take care. If 15-minute closes bullish, will you buy? No, because it's closing back under this resistance. So the buying idea is slowly dying, you know. So you have to finally accept it, that the buying idea is dying right now. And now it's coming back in the range, and this range is what, from market price, is like 20 pips away. It's not enough range.
The buy has Corona.
Yes. Are you planning to sell? No, I'm not planning to sell. We'll see, maybe. Because for me to sell, I would want to see a retracement up to this area and then a move down. That's what I would want to see. Because you have to understand this. Whenever you're trying to take a trade, you need to identify how big your stop is going to be. You know, so your stop, if you take a sell here, your stop is going to be around like 20 pips for a 20 pip zone, which might not work out. You know, so you always need to know how big your stop is going to be.
Very much. We appreciate that.
If price retests that broken resistance and the candle is forming, will you take a sell? No. No. This is the range. Staying away from this range. One cheat code for successfully for being a successful trader is to. Alright, let me talk about the lid. A high created, waited for price to close below and sell. A price created a high, and should I wait for the support to be created and then buy? Well, if you're looking for sells, I think what's the price created high, wait for support to be created buy. Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for sells, you're waiting for resistance to be formed here to take a sell down to this point. But I don't think this is enough range because of 1.23, 300, 10 pips, 20 pips. Yeah, I mean, if you can get a resistance formed here, you can take a sell. It'll look good. But it's in an uptrend. This man donate to himself. No, when you send money here on YouTube, all this money, it goes to a non-profit organization from YouTube. So it doesn't go to me.
Do you get to choose?
Nope.
No. YouTube chooses for you.
Yes. YouTube chooses for me. Yeah, so the cheat code is to never be in a rush to enter a trade. That's the cheat code. Never be in a rush to enter a trade. When you exit half your position, lose, and you see an opportunity to re-enter, the lot says you enter equal to the one. Yeah, it's up to you. It's based on like how you see it and how comfortable you are with it. So you have to be very, very patient, extremely patient. Tap into previous trend line, respect previous support, break up 4-hour channel. Yep, looks good. I think you have a problem here, somewhere over in this area, but if you're in this trade, you're securing positions, I think it's pretty good. Wow, this is really dying over here. So right now, GJ is not a buy. That's what's happening right now in GJ. You keep viewing the Zoom charts first. Yes, because people in Zoom, they're my friends. They're my best friends. People in YouTube chat, you guys are just my friends. How about if price crashes down the next level? Do you wait for confirmation for a buy or sell? Well, we'll see what happens, because if price starts to break 134, like break below 134, then I'm going to start to look for, no, actually 135, then I'm going to start to look for sells down to 134,700. So just gotta wait, If it starts to create a support here, then I might start to look for buys, but so far right now, there's no trade on GJ. I'm not looking at any trade on GJ. Are you tempted to trade all day? Nope, not at all. I took one trade today, had a buy stop, and got hit, got like 10, 11 pips out of it, and that's about it. Is anyone of you married? Yes, I'm married. I think once you get married, your life changes, like for the better, so much. It becomes so much easier because now you have another person who's helping you out with your life. That's like, I've never seen so many stupid questions. We moved from charts to marriages and trading all day.
I gotta read this stuff.
Well, because there's nothing happening, you know. So now questions are just popping out of nowhere. Oh man, that's hilarious.
Killing time.
Yeah. Ooh, someone made a highlight of my live trades. Perfect. Send it over. Send it over and I'll give you a gift. How about that? I have a lot of gifts. Like Santa. Oh, wrong chart. Sending wrong charts. What time does the 30-minute candle close? I think that's a troll question. I'm not going to answer that.
2 minutes.
2
Does
minutes.
it finish at quarter past the hour by any chance?
Hey, Anthony.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, I think the half-hour candle finishes at 5 past the hour, doesn't it?
We missed you.
What's your long-term goal? Do you want to live in a different country? I am living in a different country. I moved from Pakistan.
Rakeel, I've got a serious question. I struggle taking sells. I'm only good at buys, so which means I'm good at buys, but sells I really struggle to win.
Yeah, Yeah, Mac, you want to speak instead of me?
No, my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's like when I first started, I wanted to take sells more, you know, because it was like I like things falling, so sells really attracted me more than buys. So it's normal, and I think you really have to like shift the mindset that's saying okay, because like I used to think that sells run better than buys. So I'm sure you think that buys run better than sells, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
So
the thing is, I look for the setup. I can see the setup on a sell, but every time I take it, I lose or I get stopped out. But it's the same setup, but just in reverse, you know?
yeah, yeah, that was a hard one to get over for me. It was basically like really, really understanding that buys and sells, they will move the exact same way.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Yeah, Anthony's been with us for a long time.
Anthony, yes, Jesus, he's super OG.
Do you know what?
Maybe Anthony, you're a shopaholic. You just like buying.
I do, but do you know what? I've run out of Voss water. I haven't got any shops. I'm having a bloody nightmare.
Voss water.
You know, the wife,
the
wife has locked the gates, so because I used to love going shopping, but the wife's locked the gates and I'm trapped basically.
Oh, you can right click on the chart and then you can see an inverted chart to see it. So if you like buying and price is falling, you can just flip the chart upside down. USD CAD going good on buys. Actually, I think wait for USD CAD news. That's what I would do. It broke up, but man, I think, is it breaking up because yeah, it's breaking up because of the oil. There's a lot of oil stuff happening right now. OPEC meetings happening.
OPEC. Achoo.
Who's that? Tashan? No. That was Tashan.
Jesus.
If you lose more than you win, just keep doing what you do until, yeah, that makes sense. GP CAD playing games. Yep. So you know how sometimes
it's definite again.
So you know how sometimes price trends nicely, and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it does. Kind of like wild things. Just doing it right now. See, we're respecting that area here. Respecting that support. Basically, what's happening here is sentiment bullish, closed above these candles here to the left, and then more candles here to the left, and I missed my question. Okay, let's take a look here. Euro USD, do you think this is a key level or not? Seems like it was respected, but now it got broken. Does it remain a key level? I think that got broken. Now we're coming down to supports here. So you might be looking to see, okay, where price is now coming down to. GBP CAD analysis. Let's take a look here. Oh, whoa, GBP CAD 30 minute. Find support on one point. This. Need to wait for another 30-minute candle to perform for a buy. First TP right here. Runner. Yep, makes sense. So if you look at GP CAD right now, you know, it's kind of like forming a bullish candle here. So I think you need to wait for the CAD news for anything related to CAD, because that's a very, very high volatile news. And if you see like USD CAD went up, GP CAD went up, there's a lot of things happening with the OPEC oil affects CAD directly. Then you have CAD news coming on. So there's a lot of stuff happening with CAD. So any CAD pairs, I'd say just wait for the news to pass. Maybe it might not be a good day to trade CAD because there's a lot of volatility. And volatility means random, really high volume pushes. That's what volatility means. What's your strategy for this market? That's actually a very good question. For this market, my strategy is to just relax. You know, because you see how GJ yesterday GJ had like such clean moves. See here, went up, formed support, went up furthermore, and day before that as well had clean moves here, and here as well clean moves. So you had 3 days of clean bullish moves. And if you look at it today is not that clean. You know, it's not that clean. So when you're trading one pair, it's okay that you might not find a trade one day on that pair. It's perfectly fine. You just need to look past that. And what that means is then you gotta see, okay, well, maybe there's no trade today. Maybe there's gonna be a trade the next day, or the day after, or the week after. You know, because looking for trades is like trying to sell something. You know, some days you sell a lot, some days you don't sell anything. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. And that's how the cookie crumbles. Seen Bruce Almighty? Alright, what's this? Your chip. Sell if this 15-minute closes down. I think someone was already in a sell over here. Benny was in a sell. 4 hours. Yeah, it makes sense. 4 hours. See resistance forming, it could retest that low. And that would make sense because if pound starts to go up, then your GP starts to go down. When taking a trade that breaks the support resistance, is there a certain size range you're looking for? Yep. So if I'm looking for like 10, 12, 15 pips, I want at least a 30 pip range. 30, 35, 40 pip range. Because if you have a range like that, if a range is available, then you know you can get some sort of pips out of that range. When a candle hits support, how much of a confirmation do you consider before entering a buy trade? So that's a very good question. So let's say this range was 50 pips, you know, and if a candle closed bullish, then that would be my confirmation to take a buy. And the confirmation is going to be that, okay, now I can have stop below the bullish candle because I want to take a buy and I want price to create higher highs and higher lows. So if this was a bigger range, I'd probably be in a buy. But the range is smaller. Alright, what's this? Price broke below support. Yep. Price has moved up to retest support. Yes. Price. Yeah, it looks good. Looks good. I think if you can see resistance forming on the 15 minute, that also works as well. Let's take a look here. Euro GBP. Yeah, Euro GBP. This 15-minute creating resistance. Yeah, I think it would make sense. Like your stop is going to be around 10 pips, your range is around 8. Like it's like 1-to-1 ratio there. And even if, like, you know, this 30-minute starts closing above this area, then your buying analysis is invalid. Yeah, it's kind of like GJ. You know, it's kind of like GJ. Like you wanted this candle to close above this area or this area for a buying analysis. In the same way, you want this 30-minute candle to stay below. What's this? 87. Let's do 87,500. What's your onion on GP CAD? My onion on GBP CAD is wait for the CAD. I understand that the news has impact on the charts, but I don't know how to anticipate on the news. So how can you use the news as information? The thing is, when you're starting out as a new trader, it's very attractive to trade news because news moves hard. You can make a lot of money, but at the same time, you can lose a lot of money too. So the best way to anticipate news is to just sit back and watch, because the more you sit back and watch it, the better you're going to get at anticipating it. So let's take this, right? So unemployment news happens in CAD like every. So if someone doesn't know, we go over here. It happens every month, right? So now you're sitting and watching unemployment news for maybe 5-6 months before really starting to trade it. That's the idea. Like you're sitting and watching. So, you know, after sitting and watching a few months, then you can say, okay, you know what? I know what it does, how it moves. There we go. There we go. Jackie Singh sent the chart. Let's take a look here. Oh, it took a sell as it broke down. Oh, right. What trade are you actually in? I am in nothing. No trade so far. Yeah, gold spreads are pretty good today. I'm going to start sending charts tomorrow. Oh, why not today? Come on. Price broke below support, waiting on this candle to close bearish. What do you think about the previous candle? Yeah, so if this candle has no wick to the bottom, this means there's no range for the next candle to fill. That's all what it means. You know, so it's all about probability. When I see candles with no wicks at the bottom, to me, there's a 50-50 chance of price to going up or down. But since we are coming into the close of this 15-minute candle, there's a high chance that the next 15-minute candle can also continue down. So if you look at this 15-minute candle, if this closes with a wick, this will give room for the next 15-minute candle to go down. And then you can say on the 30-minute that, okay, now we can continue moving bearish. And maybe fill this wick over here and eventually come down to 118. Oh, new high. Yes, price did create a new high over here. I'm going to be very cautious if I'm going to trade GJ. I'm going to be very, very cautious now. If I do plan to take a second trade, I want price to. Let's see how this hour closes. Let's look at the 1 hour. Yeah, let's see how this hour closes.
If that hourly pushes up and closes bearish, but inside the body of that previous bullish candle, that would be like a nice sign of rejection of that 135 zone.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah. So at that point, then I would want the next 1 hour to break the high of this current 1 hour candle.
Yeah.
Because the 30-minute would still then be closing below resistance. But you know what I was thinking? I was also thinking that if this candle closes bullish before the New York Open, then maybe the New York Open push might like, you know, prop it up a little bit more.
This has happened a lot, many times over GJ in the last few days, weeks, or whatever.
Oh yeah,
Just
it
does
happened
the same thing.
Happened on Monday, Tuesday, happened yesterday as well.
Yeah.
Wow, jobless claims can hit 7 million or higher. I think it's going to be higher. Way higher. Some states, they didn't even file their reports for unemployment. Wow, it could go to 13 million.
This week?
Dude, look at gold. Missed that move, man.
Hey, Reja. Good morning. Are you expecting good numbers for the CAD news?
No.
No?
No, bad numbers.
Okay.
Could be pretty bad.
I think for the next 3 months, we're going to have bad news all over the world. There's going to be bad job numbers everywhere.
Yeah.
Ted, did you catch that move on gold?
Yes, I did.
Nice.
Got distracted. Man.
Wow, beautiful. What is that?
The hell is that?
This
a painting.
is Corona Debts.
It's a painting. Picasso.
See the curve is flattening. Is that what they're saying? The flattening of the curve?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the curve is flattening.
Exactly.
So when it flats, is exhausting, right? So we should expect a drop, right?
Yes.
Okay, makes sense.
People start coming back from the.
I think that was the CN chart. So it's just for China.
Oh yeah, that was China.
So there's
That's all China.
there's one by there's different ones per country.
7.
Yeah, gold's gonna run higher here. And if you guys are in gold, it's nice.
Yeah, I got the 15-minute pullback. I had support at 1557, target, 1657, target 1689.
Right.
Yeah, gold moved pretty good earlier.
But it's weird because I couldn't find an entry overnight, like in the Asian session, because the daily candles finished yesterday at in bearish and at support, and then today the candle just flew up so I missed the whole move. Trying to figure out if we can get another entry around 1670.
I was talking to myself. I was all muted up. My bad.
Always.
I just said I was looking at gold on the, in Asian lows for like the daily, but then like you said, there was not really much option. I didn't see much option until like 7 o'clock UK time, like London Open potentially, but I thought it was going to stick in that 1 hour range. But then it jumped out quick.
I'll be right back.
Has anyone been looking at the GJ 1 hour as a potential liquidity grab or not? Yeah, I'm just paying attention to that because that kind of came back to where the good entries were this morning in London.
Did the same thing a little bit earlier on as well. Two computers here and two different mouses. I got the wrong one. Right. Yeah, like 8:30, it kind of dipped back into that sort of like zone on that 15-minute there around like 134.870, and then like moved away from it, then pulled back into the same thing again, like 134.900, where like that's where Daniel Savage earlier was saying he was trying to take more positions, and then it moved up very just quickly and cleanly afterwards. Seems like it's kind of doing the same thing, maybe to like 135, 354 again, maybe.
Yeah.
It's been pushing a lot the last 8 minutes to that hour.
I thought it was actually gonna take off as soon as 6 o'clock gonna hit and continue up to like 135, like we discussed during London. But now it tapped that resistance and it just came all the way down. See, that's what happens on the chat. Like people want to talk shit and say that, and say, talk shit about me, like sudden impact, saying that I'm a vampire of energy. Then I come along and I start making fun of Mac, and then apparently he becomes my best friend. Oh, people, it's just the hate. Yeah, and if I'm mumbling, it's because I'm tired. It's a job being here 5 days a week. Yeah, it is fair, right? Never heard that one before either, but apparently I'm an energy vampire.
So if you look at the your JPY here, you see the candle close with no wick at the bottom. So there's a 50-50 chance it's going to go down, it's going to go up. But most likely it goes up because there's no range for the next candle. See the 15-minute here? It didn't close with a wick down. It closed with no wick, so the next one just reversed. So when candles close with no wicks, I just stay away from them.
Yeah, like a whole body candle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a whole body candle.
Whole body candle.
So you know what? In this instance, I'm not going to take a buy because there's a resistance here. If price starts to break below 135, then I might look into taking sells in this 35 pip range. So we'll have to wait to see what happens. We looking for a sell on gold? Question mark. Sure. Just take a sell then. Sometimes I really wonder how people process information. When information goes in their brains, how's that being processed?
I think the education system's failed us for the last 20 years.
Massively.
Like, just the cognitive ability to think for yourself has disappeared.
Do you think 20, Ted? Do you think that far?
No, yeah. more like Sigmund Freud.
I think anyone that was born in the 90s or 2000s, just useless.
Yeah.
Baby boomers for life.
It's definitely a different mindset. 100%.
I think I'm useless.
No, don't say that. Come on. Don't say that because then I'll be the most useless one in here.
I agree with you because we got Mac that's born in the 90s.
That's funny.
I did not want to be put in the same bracket as Matt.
Oh,
well, I mean, there's always exceptions to the rule, but what I'm saying is, I look at all you have to do is if you want to see a good microcosm of education, there's 2,100 people in the chat, and I think 90% of the chat is useless on the YouTube channel. So that to me is a small microcosm of probably what else is out there. Maybe not in this industry, but in other industries.
Oh yeah. Everywhere.
Just the lack of critical thinking skills, the spoon feed me, the oh my gosh, I don't have the same number as you, so what am I doing wrong? It doesn't make sense in my mind. Like, I can't comprehend how people live. I mean, I guess maybe it's because everyone's on social media and they all copy each other. They all wear the same clothes. They all want the same cars. They don't think for themselves.
I think it's life skills, not just thinking. It's just pure life skills, the whole lot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just calling it as it is. I mean, I'm going to be that guy with that table in the park saying change my mind. But I mean, I just see it from the chat. Like, I mean, you can scroll through the chat and look, and there's maybe for every 10 comments, there's actually one legitimate question that can't be answered by using Google, or can't be answered by just, understanding yourself.
It's like we were saying the other week about how we'd have to go to the library and stuff. We have to go and do some work, like proper go make some effort. And that maybe that is social media and stuff as well. Things like Google, which have made things easy, and you can be lazy, but people don't even use that facility now. That's the worst bit. It's just like someone else will tell me it's fine.
They would probably need to make something that's easier than Google. I don't know. What can be easier than Siri? No.
Hello, Raja. Can you check UJ chart, please? Yes, I shall check UJ chart. Closure to this candle sell. 15 minutes. I think you need to see what's going on in the 30-minute chart here. That's going to be much more better. But yeah, it makes sense. Price made a low, came up, maybe creating some sort of a resistance there to continue down. So that would make sense. If you look on GJ right now, I have the support form. So if this support breaks, you might be looking for sells down to this area here. Because now this is a range. Yep, this is a range right here.
Range, go away.
Here's a thought that GJ hit resistance. That has been quite major, legs down in both July, September. Yeah, I was looking at the same thing too. This is a very, very strong resistance here. Very strong. Because look, the 4-hour tapped into it. It went above it, but then it came right back down. And the 4-hour candle is about to close in 56 minutes. So in an hour, 4-hour candle is about to close. This is the same thing saying as the 1-hour candle is about to close. And this is the last 15-minute candle. You get me. You get
I
the
got
idea.
you, mate.
Thank you. Alright, what's this? Price broke resistance. Okay. Price testing previous bullish to buy. Again, for the 7th time. There's CAD news coming in 30 minutes. You have OPEC things happening. So, I mean, if you want to take a buy as the candle closes bullish, I think that could work because they're expecting bad news for CAD. GP CAD. Let's take a look at GP CAD. Yeah, so far there's nothing here. Oh yeah, it's going bearish. Ugh. Down to over here. Yeah, you have to wait for the news. Really, realistically. How long did it take you to fully recognize your trading strategy? It's not about the strategy, it's about understanding why candles are moving, why candles are reacting a certain way into zones, what happens when price is making a high, what does it really mean when people say, in an uptrend just buy the dips? What does that really mean? Once you truly understand that, you realize that strategies don't exist. It's just how you read the candles, how you read how it's acting in zones, how what does it mean with highs and lows.
Hey, visualize it, right?
Yep. So there's no set strategy. Strategies were just basically built by people to maybe have like a system or something like that. So once I really truly understood that, okay, well, you know what, if the candles are the only things that are going to move and the candles are the only things that's going to make you money, you have to be really good at reading candles. Because if we do like this, right? If we do like this and someone says, oh, so basically what's happening over here is that we are going up and coming down and going up and coming down and going up, coming down, and then we should now start to go up. And this is how 70% of the analysis are made, drawing these arrows. Or someone's going to say, okay, well, we made a like a inverted shoulder, we made a head, we made another inverted shoulder, now we should break this neckline to go up. That's perfect. Anyone can do that, man. My son is 2. He can probably do that too.
Sinandia.
But
with crayons.
yeah, but the thing is, you need to zoom into the candles, and you need to see how are you gonna get the trade on one 30-minute candle or a one-hour candle. That's what you're trying to figure out. Because if you zoom out and if you look at the charts, you can't really look at the candles. Because let's take a look at the 5-minute candle. Actually, let's take a look at the 1-minute candle here, right? Every 1-minute candle that is moving, there are billions of dollars moving in this one-minute candle. This is where institutions are moving their money. Like, they don't move it on the 1 minute, of course, but just for the sake of example, billions of dollars are moving in the 1-minute candle here. So we cannot successfully trade 1-minute candles for a long period of time because the confirmations aren't that strong. So I go to the 30-minute time frame. I'm like, okay, if I'm going to take a trade, I'm going to start to see how can I anticipate a 30-minute candle and potentially have a profitable trade on that 30-minute candle. And that's it, because if the 30-minute candle is going to move billions and billions of dollars, I might want to make a couple thousand with that. And yeah, that's what my strategy is. Compounding on multiple accounts, would you recommend trading on more than one account to compound? No, I would recommend to trade on just one account. So it's a Thursday here, it's pretty boring here, nothing's really happening. CAD news is incoming soon, and I mean, there's no excitement so far today. I'm waiting for a retest of this area. How do you see my analysis? I see your analysis is pretty good. You're waiting for a retest. I think you have a buy limit over here, and if it works, perfect. Oh, 1 hour closed bearish, 15-minute broke below the previous one, and you entered. Let's take a look here. Yeah, I think you entered before the candle closed, and you entered in the range. So good job. Round of applause.
Oh,
Perfect.
Wait.
So you need for price to.
You stupid.
You want price to.
Where did that one come from?
Yeah.
On that 15-minute, would you consider that as an entry and disregard that doji, or would you be put off by that bit to the left, like the level it's kind of at now?
Yeah, I'd be like, because there's no range here. It's like 10 pips.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
but
I'm thinking about maybe getting to the high. Sorry, hang on, let me just. My bad. So, I mean, that's the level I'd be concerned of right there, basically. But would you have entered maybe on this candle open, based on the fact you're probably looking to be exceeding that at some point?
No.
Or not because of hit. Oh shit! Because of that, you'd be put off completely because there's no range to get to there.
Yeah, exactly. Because it already broke out of there and it came back inside. So.
Yep, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it gets pretty tricky. But the 1 hour looks good to drop. Oh, okay.
Potentially.
Yeah, so the person who sent this chart, he's in this trade and he's like, no, but it looks good to drop. So I'm waiting for confirmations. And confirmations are going to be below this area. To be a successful trader, you need to wait for your confirmations. Ooh. Previous, oh, you're looking for sells here. Okay, 30 minutes about to close in 17 minutes here. I think here you would need to see the 15 minutes closing bearish, and that in turn could flip the 30 minute continuing down to your blue zone here.
Like, you open up this chart. Open it up. What was it?
Yeah.
What?
As this 15 minute comes to a close, it's going to close bearish. But if the 30 minute also closes bearish, then we should break below 135 with momentum in New York session. If this broke below 135, wouldn't you be concerned about that 134,900 little rejection? This one right here? Yeah, probably not. Probably not. Because then I would expect the volume in New York session to continue moving it further down to, you know, like a much stronger support.
I put it on the chat.
Nice, buy limit.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good.
That's really good. Invest. Yeah.
What are we down there?
Got it.
Why are you looking on sells when the daily is bullish? I just explained myself that there's a support. If this support breaks, price is most likely to come down. But if I neglect that, and if I stay in buys because daily is bullish, then I'm an idiot, because then I know if price is breaking down, then why am I holding buys? Why not I take sells? So you need to understand higher time frames, no, smaller time frames are going to create the overall higher time frames. So you need to be fluid. You need to move like a fish in the sea. So you know, before we were the fishes, we were moving with the whales, and whales were moving up. Now the whales have stopped moving, and now the fishes may start to move down. So we'll have to wait and see. See, the 15-minute candle is about to close. The person who sent that chart on the GJSL, it looks good now, because now you've created this mini resistance here around 135, 160, 170. You created that mini resistance. So that looks good. So there's this big ocean, we're all just baby shark doo 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 doo. Here in New Zealand. Oh, nice one. Yeah, see this? So this 15-minute candle, now you don't want this to break the high of the previous 15-minute candle, which is like 11 pips. You know, so stop is 11 pips. Like if you're anticipating it to come to 135, then that would mean that it could continue falling further. Do you trade with trend lines or only support resistance? Well, it's what you see is what you get. If you see support resistance, then there's a very, very high chance I only use support resistance. Can negative CAD news push CAD JPY up? Why would a negative number push a currency positive? What can happen too sometimes. So we'll have to wait and see. But a negative number should push CAD down. Oh, so a lot of people ask me this one question all the time, and this one question is, how long did it take you guys to become consistently profitable? And I'm going to give you a very simple answer, and that answer is going to be, you just need to focus on 1 or 2 trades for 2 to 3 months, and you're going to start to see consistent profitability. GJ, 30 minute. Price could be struggling based on what happened left. Yep, that's right. That could happen. We could break the support, 135.
Yeah, that would be super safe buys.
Breaking a support?
Oh no, never mind. Talking about 135, 300 on that resistance. Because I still think it's gonna continue up.
Oh, look at that. Turning.
This
10
guy
minutes
is
left for
always
it to close. In 10 minutes, if it closes bearish, there's a high chance we might continue pushing down at this point after this being a fake out. How do you trade US 30 so I can send chart? Oh, do you trade? No.
Well, why do I think it's gonna continue up? Because it looks bullish.
Well, all candles are printing bearish, Max. So when candles are printing bearish, there's a high chance it's going to go bearish.
No, I'm talking about the high time frame, 4 hours. Even on the 1 hour looks bullish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you're right. You know, when it comes to like scalping right now, on 30 minutes, 15, yeah, definitely it's bearish.
We are gonna continue down. Yep, I think GJ is gonna continue moving bearish this New York session.
I think so too.
I am already inside. Oh, someone's already in. Let's take a look over here. Oh, nice. Very nice.
Yeah, that 4 hours starting to look a little bit dodgy.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know if you noticed it, but
yeah, really dodgy there.
Could be a bit dodgy.
Yeah. So see, but the good thing is here now we're looking at the smaller time frames and we're seeing the entire higher time frame change a little bit.
Still dodgy.
See, so now you're... Man, this was a very good trade. Now, the momentum is changing. 30-minute candle is about to close. This one is coming down. If it breaks the low of the previous one, it has a higher chance of continuing down.
Beautiful.
Oh wow, 2,200 people watching. That's crazy. It's
Wow.
Anyone watching, can we get a like?
Wow.
Can we get a like?
But you made fun of the guy earlier for sells. Round of applause. No, I made fun because he entered before the candle closed. So after this candle closed, then was the entry. After that candle closed.
What time frame were you just on a while ago? 15 minutes?
Yeah, 15 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. What's this? UJ 15 minute. Sell order below the previous 15 minutes low. Does it look good? I think there's a lot of issues here. I don't like the way this market structure is set up on UJ. Oh, someone is up 18% for the month.
Wow.
Damn.
I'll be calling it a day.
Uncle Bob.
News coming out in 7 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's see what we can do here. Alright. USD CAD. Let's see this. Maybe a buy stop at 1.40600. Yeah, that would make sense. This GJ candle is about to close as well. Oh, there's also USD news here too. USD, man, it shouldn't really. We'll see what happens, but I think USD CAD is going to be much better. We're going to have a buy stop at like 1.40600 above the 30-minute candle high. Because if price is going to go up and if it breaks the high, then it should continue moving up. Five minutes. I'm probably going to put a pending order like 2 minutes before the news. I'm going to shout it out here. Yep. This 30-minute also is going to close bearish, and if it does close bearish, the 1 hour candle is also closing bearish but at support.
Yeah, unemployment claims is gonna be bad.
Would a buy stop on GP CAD work out as well? That's something I have no idea. Just like I have no idea if the buy stop on USD CAD is going to work out. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't work out, then I can say, oh, it didn't work out. So we don't know the future. What's this? US 30 2-hour chart coming down. Yep, looks good. The reason I say looks good because you have a stop loss in place and you're in a sell. So yeah. Look at
Dow Jones.
GJ here. GJ is closing bearish. The next 30-minute candle should continue bearish here as well. So this would be a really good example where price is overall in a bullish momentum, like on the higher time frame, but it may formulate sells on the lower time frame. Yep. Yes, sir. Got 3 minutes.
And if anyone's looking at gold, if you're in the trade, you should be probably targeting around 1668.
Oh. This guy, oh my god.
Take sorry.
You are a joke.
You take further entries, Ted? Or are you still holding the original?
Still holding.
Okay.
I got in one extra entry at 1662-ish. Sorry, 1661.50.
Oh, good. Yeah, I see. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I got that in. That was about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, I was watching the same.
Off the 5 minute.
Yep. I was there about just before that big whip down one. Yeah.
Correct.
Nicely done.
Yeah, it's just the spreads kill you. Like the spread's still very wide.
Yeah, we had a sound discussion this morning. It's still kind of too much for me to be playing short term.
Yeah, it's still 10 pips, so right away you're in a 10 pip drawdown, so you have to get used to that.
Yeah.
Ooh, breaking down here on the 30-minute on TJ. Right, news is incoming.
I've got stops to entry on my GJ.
You had a sell stop.
Yeah, no, I had it on the 15-minute. I took it when it broke this current 15-minute when it broke the previous 15. I took a sell.
Nice.
Nice work, man.
Yeah, so I just put stops to entry. I've just got a runner running.
Yeah, this should continue moving down for the next half hour and an hour. All right, so got a buy stop at.
You don't use IG because you're a stalker.
All right, let's see if gold spikes.
All right, so I got a buy stop at 1.40610 and a sell stop at 1.40400. Got a buy stop and a sell stop. My orders are in.
Good luck. Good luck.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, mate.
Good lucky Chucky. You got this.
Oh.
Oh.
Gold's
Nothing?
looking good.
Yeah, gold's good.
Nothing.
Oh, nothing.
Yep.
You're selling.
There it goes.
Got
There it goes.
activated. Still not.
There's
nothing.
gold.
Yeah, good one.
Oh yeah, gold is new. Oh.
Yeah, so my buy stop got activated. I closed it. My sell stop got activated. I closed it, so I closed both in a loss.
Yeah, yours got activated by like a micro clip.
Yeah.
Super tight.
Yeah, they both got
Yeah,
activated.
I closed my goals already.
Nice shout, 68, Ted.
Yeah.
Yeah, good shout.
Yeah, I think we're getting there.
I kind of whipped right into it near enough, so.
Oh, nice.
Canada's unemployment rate,
Oh, horrible.
7.8%.
Jesus.
That's a lot, man.
Easy money.
Ooh,
Here we go.
It's worse than expected.
Easy money, Ted.
Yeah. If you're in gold right now, you should be looking to close right about here.
Yep.
There you
I
go.
just-
There's your close. 1668.
I wasn't being greedy. I got in at 1664, so I took whatever I could get.
Oh, that's head. Nice one, man.
Nice work.
5 minute entry was a good one.
And GJ just reversed.
Oh, OPEC meetings at 10 o'clock today. Pretty
Ooh,
interesting.
big oil plat piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, GJ's still in the range. I don't think it broke that.
Yeah, it came right back up. Crazy.
Told you. It was like a little sketchy on that range.
And gold's still pushing, so problem with gold is the spread.
You got in gold, Karen?
No. I haven't touched gold. Spread is sick, but I think we still have a chance to hit 1675 right now.
Wow, you see gold spread.
I got four. I got four.
Easily.
Not the bad.
Crazy.
Four, 3 pips.
Easily. Problem is the spread.
Three pips? Not that, oh, then it jumps to like 9. Yeah. Never mind.
Mine goes from 3 to 15 pips. Damn.
DJ reversed. Mac was right. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so I had a GJ buy, one that, and then my buy stop and sell stops both got activated on USD CAD. So I closed both of them at a loss.
Yeah, 28 pips in like a 5-minute candle. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I had a pretty good day overall. See, even if the news was bad, news was super bad, but USD CAD is still going down. You know, so you can never rely on news being, because like the employment change went from -4 million to 10 million. That is huge.
Holy.
Yeah, especially in New York.
Wow, even in 2009 it wasn't that. This is the worst numbers ever. 10 million. Wow. GJ's doing funky moves here. So this means GJ was a no trade pair. Wow, so difficult.
Okay, guys, I'm off. Thank you kindly. Take care.
Bye, yes, sir.
Everybody.
Right.
You dude.
Do you still have something running on gold tech?
I'm gonna try and hit 1689.
What happened there?
Big swinger.
Yeah.
Big.
I think 1673 we should fill. 1673 should be easy target today, but I think over long term 1689. So I'm hoping that this holds this level over here in the 16. When we get to 1673, hopefully that level holds or pushes up a little bit more. I mean, potentially 1680 today.
I was looking at 78. Yeah, that's.
Yeah,
I think it could well go that
74 should be a safe target today if gold continues to move the way it is.
far. Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of movement since this morning. Well, from my morning.
Yeah, it's going to be a little choppy, but we'll see.
Yeah, my spreads are flying all over the shop. I got out at 68.8 to be fair, so I'm not in anymore.
Yeah,
does anyone take? So I think I just cut someone off. Sorry.
Yeah,
No, my stops are. No, I was just saying my stops are in place. So go ahead, Deshaun.
Go ahead, T.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, if you look on AUD/JPY from this morning, a lot of people mentioned that it was like in a range. But if you look now, it's just broken out of that consolidation. It was consolidating at support. And what I've noticed with AUD/JPY is if it consolidates for a certain amount of pips, it breaks out for the same amount of pips. So
Talking about GJ.
AJ.
Oh, AJ.
So, oh, wrong chart. Can you tell me your opinion first? Oh, first buy, I had fake and now again on sells. Oh, you had a buy and now you have a sell. Let's take a look here. Oh,
Oh shoot.
looking to secure 50% on 10 pips, runner for 20 pips. This was a bad trade. The number one reason why it was a bad trade was because your stop loss is not at the correct position. So that was a bad trade. Another way it was a bad trade was because you had a sell at the bottom. What you would need to have done is, if this was a sell, you would have needed to create some sort of a resistance and then take a sell. Because when we were discussing this sell, price was creating a resistance right at this level here. So these were the sells we were discussing. Oh, and someone was right. I think Anthony was right. The price did react to 134.900. Yeah, there you go.
I think I said that.
Oh yeah, you said that. Hi, Raja. I see why you said GJ has not given a sell confirmation yet and still in range. Please check this chart. Alright. Let's check this chart. Oh, wrong chart. Come on.
Well, I'm going to make a move, guys. So I'm going to build a trampoline.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
Is it like sunny?
Yeah, it just, stuck at home, so I've got to try and find stuff to do for the youth, So I was like, right.
Chris, it's for you.
Yeah. I'll be doing something for the gram later.
Yeah. What time can I come round for a bounce?
After Corona's done, dude. More than welcome. Yeah, but I'll catch you later on Warzone or something, man. Have a good afternoon.
Oh, yeah, let's play Warzone later. Bye, Chris.
You too, mate. Take care.
See you, dude.
Bye.
All right, man.
Wow, what a nice reverse on TJ. Now, that person that sold, he sold a little earlier because it didn't break. Well, nothing close below that support area could have marked down. That was spot on, though. That yellow line.
if this trade on gold close or break up above 1672.73, man, this is gonna be a massive move today.
Yes, it is. I agree. I'm watching it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh.
Massive.
Wow, it's crazy the way gold is moving. Whoa.
Still, look at that 1 minute.
Yeah. That's why I asked Ted if he's still in this trade, because I got in 1665.
But look at the spreads right now. 20, 20, 20.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But I mean, if you manage to get a pretty
Good
decent entry, yeah.
Yeah, like this is like riding a bull right now.
Yeah. Trust me. And once this price hit 1673, oh man. If we break above there,
yeah,
sky is the moon. Sky is the limit. I'm sorry. It's amazing. Shit. Because basically it's been consolidating 2 days.
Yeah, well, if you look at the 4-hour charts, the 4-hour chart was consolidating like crazy, and now we're finally in that breakout. So you have all that power from the bottom.
Exactly.
That should drive it. Like,
yeah.
I mean, even looking at the hour, like the hour chart is ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
look at this.
I don't want to say 1700s because it's a craziness, but I mean, we can get a pretty decent push in this goal once we break 1673. God damn, it's amazing.
Yeah, the next hour is gonna be crazy. You're gonna see it bounce around this area. Once we break above that level, it's game over.
Yeah.
I'm just watching this.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna attempt anything.
I'm watching too.
Me too. It looks like a foot right now. It looks like a spaceship.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the if you got entries in before the news, you're safe. That was the key. Because if you look on the 15-minute chart, you had a support created on the 15 minutes. So what you could effectively say is once we didn't break this area here, or even this area here, we should be on the way up. So you could have taken entries anywhere in this section over here. So it's going to be fun watching it bounce around.
I closed 75% on my trade. It was 50 pips in profit. So I'm gonna see what happened with this 15-minute candle. We may have a pullback. Yeah, there you have it.
My stop loss is at 1663 because I'm already in the trade from 1661.
Oh yeah, I like this 15-minute.
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah.
Use right?
What's this chart over here? Oh, GJ, 5 minutes. Entry after the candle closed. Okay, nice. So what happened? Close the trade or?
Oh wow! What happened there?
Man, how bad I wanna enter gold. Oh well, then enter gold.
That's what I mean. Like, it's just so funny.
Yeah.
GU 15 minutes. I don't like it because there's this resistance here, and the pound pairs, they don't have like a clean market structure like yesterday. So I'm staying away now from them until tomorrow.
Yeah, I didn't take any trades during New York.
Tomorrow.
Today, I think if you had a better entry on gold, gold was a trade.
Wow.
Oh Lord.
But look at those fruit bags. It's like, give me money, boom.
And whoever's trying to
Take the money, give me money, take the money. Yeah, London Open was really good.
Do you trade the Aussie? Nope. IC Markets doesn't allow trading metals from tomorrow. Oh, interesting. I think IC Markets is going down. They've been having issues for a while now. I think they're being affected by the Canadians not trading on IC Markets anymore.
Yeah, it's true. We actually had a lot of their clients come over to us.
Oh, man. We provided so much liquidity to IC Markets.
I just think the bigger brokers aren't lean anymore, so they're trying to adjust the way that they collect in different ways. And I think once you lose your Asian market, and IC Markets lost their Asian market, it was downhill from there. Because the majority of IC Markets business was in the Asian market.
Do you just look at one pair a day? Yes. I only look at GJ and gold.
Oh, God, not so much lately.
Look at GA drop now. Oh, okay, looks good. G was pushing up over here.
It's fun to watch gold. How do we behave in 5 minutes? The spread opens and closes like a stripper, you know.
Like a stripper.
Close the legs, open the legs. Wow, man, it's crazy.
The booby trap.
It's a booby trap candle.
Look at that. It looks like a like a light detector. What's thing's called again? The polygraph. It looks like a polygraph. You go on the 1 minute, look at it, and it looks like a polygraph.
Raja, could you check this chart? Yes. Let's take a look over here. Let's see. Bias is bullish in higher time too. Wow, so much text over here. First thing, resistance here on your JPY. Next higher up over here, clean traffic area. Yep, looks good. So you want the price to break above and create some sort of a support, and then you're gonna look for it to take buys. Ooh, I think all pound pairs came back to resistances here.
I told you, bullish. If it breaks at 135, 300, definitely super shady.
Yeah. GU is also trying to break up with gold as well here, because if gold's moving up because of the weakness in the dollar, I think GU is also, oh wow, GU is pumping. GJ is pumping too. Damn. Damn, Daniel.
Damn, Daniel. Back at it again with the GU pumping. Wow. Perfect. Oh, we missed it.
Someone sent me no, I'm not going to mention it.
Wow, look at that huge candle.
There's a group on Instagram. They've been selling GJ for the past 4 days.
They've been selling GJ?
Yeah.
An entire group? Or one person?
It's like they have like 500 subscribers in it, and they just said third attempt on GJ sell. TP. So check this out. TP is 130, and stop loss is 135, 100. So this was it right over here. So I'll tell you the stupidness of this trade was this. Short position, entry was somewhere over here. Stop loss was 135, 100. Right there. And TP is 130.
Oh my god.
Yep.
No breather.
How
everybody getting stuck.
How does this make sense? This is insane. Oh yeah, someone said it. That's my FX journey. Yeah.
It is what it is.
It is
what it is. Done.
Crazy, man. Crazy.
Holy cow.
I mean, you can sell it for like the short term, just like some guys did here. They sold it whatever for short term, but like talking about that long term in an uptrend, that's just retarded. Because I knew someone's going to say, "Oh, but Raja said, oh, sell it." For short term, yeah, it makes sense. But...
Oh, what a coffee can do.
Oh,
what?
Hey.
Coffee candle.
Has trader domain managed to keep 0.01 pip spread? I don't think any broker has 0.01 pip spread. Ben Carville.
Come on, Ben.
So you see the pound yen has created this line over here, and we're going up to the extended level from here. We should see a rejection to a downside towards 134, 100.
You still bearish in that?
It's pretty bullish so far. Oh, what's this chart? Bobby sent a chart. Bobby's charts are pretty nice.
Yeah, they're super nice. I mean, it takes you a good minute to find the word to start.
Would it make sense to put a buy on the 4 hour on GJ after it closes, having a stop below the 4 hour candle? Yes, but it's going to be a pretty big stop loss. It's going to be a 47 pip stop, and then you're expecting price to continue up to at least 135. So then that's going to be like a longer term hold. you know, till like 136, 100. And if you look on the daily, just by looking at the daily, its next target is 136, 500 at least. I think GJ is going to punish sellers today. It's one of those days.
And we are 3 minutes away from gold to do something. I'm about to close right now and wait for the next hour, but my stop loss is a break even now.
I want to see GJ hitting 500, 500, and bouncing back to that resistance, which will be no support.
Okay, gold. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go gold.
Let's go gold. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, because we're 2 minutes for this hour to candle to close. So yeah, I'm expecting a nice push, another 10 pips this last 2 minutes. It's fun to watch though.
It looks like a typewriter.
I'm glad Ted's still in this trade.
Yeah, I wanted to just drive a little bit more. If we can get to 1673 in the next minute, that'd be nice.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, I mean, I was expecting this hour to close 1675. You know, breaking that resistance that we have at 1673, but it's taking some time.
Yeah, we got to 1672, so we're okay.
Mm-hmm.
Almost. Ooh, 1673 in the next 30 seconds. Can we do it?
Yeah, I think we can.
Yeah,
we think we can get 1675.
Yeah, we got 1673.
Right. Yeah.
That's not bad for a minute call, right?
No. There you have it, 1674.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah. Was a beautiful play.
Wow. This is gonna run like forever now.
Yeah, I hope so. Because we're okay, 1675. Yes, this is what I wanted for this hour to hit. That's more than enough. It's a beautiful trade. Brought to you by Magic Keys.
Yep. Magic Keys is gonna make us gajillions.
A lot of money.
Uncle Ted, what is your entry level?
1661. I missed 1647 last night, but whatever.
It's a loud vibration.
4 hour close. The bullish candle broke the trend line. Close above 10905.
Looks like this is gonna be the trade for the week. Oh man. Sheesh.
Yeah, I think so too. You just pumped up from 118, 13, pumped up. That's like 50.
was a good nap.
I love how disciplined you are for you not to jump on any trade on gold just because your friends are. Oh yeah, my friends are cowboys. I'm not a cowboy. They're riding the bull.
You're such a liar.
Bro,
You're better than dogs. You're
No,
better than dogs.
No, you guys are riding the bull. I'm just staying away. I'm like, nah, you guys go ahead.
Dude, I'm riding a cloud of how sleepy I am.
Yeah, I'm riding the bull. It's fun.
Yeah.
I got two positions that are 120, 110, and 120 pips of profit.
Oh god damn!
I have a goal position about 97 right
Yeah.
now.
That's in the last hour as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You saw that, Mac?
Man, I don't know how Ted be holding like that, man. I just,
You know, right? Drop
But
a
I mean-
standard,
but-
and I was $200 instantly when I entered.
Yeah, but I mean, but when you see the level, right? Like on the gold trade was easy because on the hour, you had when we entered, come on, you had 1666, and then 1669, and then there was one final wick on the hourly at 1672. So once it started to move, I just assumed that we would hit those levels, just with momentum, right? So when we were, because we were talking earlier about that, and as soon as we broke to 1668, gold always shoots up another $2 or $3 at least. So 16, and then Kerwin was talking about 1673, and I agreed with that wholeheartedly.
I can still see it going to 1682 though. Like
Oh yeah,
somewhere
it's gonna
in
move.
that
Yeah.
projection.
Yeah, I mean, right now, based on 4 hour, you can probably get to 1686, the way that it's moving right now, which we called out earlier too.
Yep.
It's just the problem is you're running right now into a big consolidation trap around 1675, 1676. So
Yeah, I see that too.
there could be a massive rejection there, or we just plow through it. So you just have
Well, I
to
think we
manage
may
it.
get, maybe a little pullback when actual New York opens in about 25 minutes, and then once they process this news, it'll probably shoot up there.
Yeah, I might close one position in just around 9:15, 9:20, because I assume that will give us a nice push. And then what I'll do is I'll let the other position run.
Yeah, I've taken 80% of my position out.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, because if you just look to the left where we're coming to, there's a whole lot of traffic with gold coming in at the higher time frames. So that's what sort of scares me.
Well, I kind of been waiting on this move for a while since
Everybody has.
February, because if you look back at like February 17th or 18th, there's a gap, and then we consolidated there for a few days, and then we moved down like 5,000 points or 500 pips, and then we went to 17. Then we retraced, and then that's where we were consolidated for the last few days. The last what?
The problem was with this current move. It happened when I was sleeping because I saw consolidation all through. Because people were messaging me going, "Are you taking buys with gold?" And gold was at 1647 and I got stopped out several times last week trying to take positions at 1647. And the way yesterday's structure was, I thought we would need a dip today to drive up this way, but we didn't get that dip. It just flew. So that is that was where I didn't get the best entry I could have gotten with this, and that was the shitty part, to be honest. Because I know some people that I was talking to about this, they were cowboys. They got in at 1646, 1645. I can't take entries like that just because I know if we're not trending in the right direction with gold, there's a possibility it could drop 40, 50 pips, and I'm stuck in like a huge drawdown for no reason. Where here my maximum drawdown was 15,000, right? I don't want to be stuck in a $60,000-$70,000 drawdown for no reason at all, when I can wait and I can have the break to the upside and not have any, have just a normal drawdown. But they got better entries than me. That was the problem. So I'm like, oh well.
Yeah, but how really relevant is that?
Yeah, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, right? Yeah.
It's not a competition.
Well, no, because we were all eyeballing the same thing. So that's not the competition part. It's more of the fact that they took the entry and we all saw the same thing, whereas I didn't take the entry.
Right.
Yeah, but even though if they took it at 1643ish or whatever at that support, it could have still broke down. Whereas if you waited till like 1658, 1660, and the move up was to fill the wicket, it already filled to the left. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Caught that GJ move up.
I didn't.
Only because majority of people are selling GJ.
I was waiting for it, and I wasn't even looking at it. Well, whatever. I'm done for the day.
Beautiful.
Until 10 a.m., right?
Shut up, Kerwin, bro.
Hey, yeah, it's not 10 a.m.
Or
yet.
until 4 p.m.
I'm staying here because of you guys. That's it.
I know, man. Appreciate it.
No, stay here because of us. We don't care.
Oh, okay. Bye, Ted.
Do your thing, man. Do your thing.
Wow. GJ is destroying souls.
And you were trying to sell it.
Alright, I'm gonna kick Mac here one sec.
Nah, don't do that.
I have the recording.
Don't do that.
No. I don't have the recording. I don't have the recording.
I think you're changing things to your narrative right now.
No, I'm not.
I never heard Rakeel call sales. I heard the guy call sales on it.
No. Oh, okay, whatever. Yeah, you guys win. I was probably sleeping.
I was about to open like 50-cent lots here, but then I was like, no, this is heading up. Why am I doing that? So I went back to 8 lots, and 2 lots. Today's stories are going to be fun.
Why?
I'm going to thank my friends in the UK there for giving me the signal for making money on GJ.
Oh, so you can go in the opposite direction?
Opposite direction, yeah. They were trying to sell it. I saw it. I'm like, perfect. Let's take the opposite trade. Yeah, made $4,000. Wow, this is actually gonna. Will we go to 136 today?
I think so.
Damn.
That's what I have to find out. 136.
Wow.
I mean, I don't normally look at this pair, but if you look at Euro AUD, it's dumping for some reason.
Yeah, Euro is dumping.
Euro is getting trashed.
But AUD is still getting strength. A lot of strength.
Euro, AUD is getting strength.
Yeah,
It's fall off the cliff.
God damn.
I know because there's some people trying to buy Euro AUD.
Oh.
They asked me, is it a good idea? I'm like, nope.
Manipulation is real. Aussie is up. Colors.
Almost want to open up a site that's not trading, but you can bet on traders. I'd like to book people's action against who they think is going to have profitable trades.
What about physical fights inside? Can we go?
No, traders who trade and make calls, like almost like I'm going to open an Instagram trading betting site where what I want to do is I want to see people calling out trades, and then what I'll do is I'll scour Instagram and I'll pick those in the Telegram groups, and I'll post the trader and what they say is going to happen.
Right.
And then I will place odds on it happening, and then you as an individual can place bets, and then you'll get a return on that bet. So say for example, like Raja calls a buy with GJ, right?
Yeah.
Based on his track record, he'll have like a smaller, like his line would be smaller. It'd be like minus 110 or something like that. Right. So, right. Whereas like other bad like Telegram traders, that would be like, it would be, plus like 400.
Right.
And I just want to see people bet all day, and like the top Instagram traders, and just watch. I could just fade everybody all day and just.
That's crazy. Instead of DraftKings, it's gonna be called
we called the trade fade the traders.
Fade the traders.
Honestly, you wouldn't need to trade. You don't need a trading account. It would legitimately just be a gambling site where you can gamble on Instagram traders.
Hey, that sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me too.
Yeah, and just every day we could just fade traders all day. Oh, GJ's a sell. Okay.
Okay.
Wow, look at that candle on GJ.
Yeah,
It's like the
funny
kind
thing.
of candle that's telling you have your cookie. Fuck.
Cheers.
Can you imagine those people selling? Oh,
Here's your cookie.
damn it.
Damn it, man. Just, you gotta trade the trend.
Yeah, man.
Look at that.
Trust.
Many people are selling and during the death trap.
What?
What? I heard Death Trap. That's Star
Death
Wars,
Trap.
right? Okay. Alright. DraftKings.
Wow.
Wow, I was waiting for that move the whole morning and I completely missed it.
That
Ted,
kind
have you ever thought about opening a poker house, like place where this poker player can go?
Oh,
like,
no.
like an illegal one.
No,
Yeah, no, legal.
No, you can't do that in Canada.
It has
It's
to
all
be
run by
illegal.
the government. It's all run by the government.
It has to be illegal, Kerwin.
Governments are the smartest in Canada. They own the hospitals, they own the schools, they own casinos, and they also own the addiction centers for the casinos. So they double dip on people.
Yeah, that's a nice play.
Yeah, like you can't open a casino in Canada. Like it's not, you can't have private casinos. They're all run by the government. Because otherwise, there would be multiple casinos opened. There used to be charity casinos back in the 90s. They used to have charity casinos that were run privately, and then they just took it all over. Government basically doesn't want you to make money. So anything that actually generates wealth, they don't want you. They don't want you holding that.
Wow.
Yeah. Like I was saying, remember that I asked you if you ever been to the East Village? They have like an underground tunnel. I think it's sealed already. Where they had, I guess, not speakeasies. Well, yeah, basically it's like the speakeasies entrances, and they connect all over the city. And then people used to like play poker, like in the basements and like underneath the city.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's games in the city here. There was actually an article in the Toronto Star yesterday that I was reading. Basically, organized crime is taking a hit with this pandemic too. because
Yeah.
they can't be out in public anymore, so they can't go to their cafes because they're all closed.
Yeah.
Sports betting's done because there's no sports out there, so they can't collect. And basically now they're not able to collect their money either from extortion because of the fact that nobody's outside.
No, right. So they can't even go ahead and do a home invasion or something like that.
Yeah, so basically organized crime is getting hit. And also they can't fly to Mexico and to Italy and stuff like that in New York City to do like their meetings with their bosses.
Right. Yeah, New York is really bad right now. I don't know what these people are doing. Like the Irish mafia or the Italian mafia. I don't know. But they got a lot of control over it.
Yep.
Especially in those underground tunnels for like back opening and like prohibition once again.
You think GJ will hit 137? I think let's focus on 136 first. Because if you look on the daily, you see clearly it's coming up to this area here, 136.
Someone told me last night that they were going to sell a GJ at resistance.
Yeah.
I say good luck. Oh man, I should have my own talk show. I want callers to call in and tell me, hey, so I'm going to be selling GJ at 135, 550, and I'll say, well, right now every candle and every time frame is bullish. Yeah, but that's a major resistance. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay, please tell me some more interesting facts about major resistance.
I know. How do we know it's a major resistance? You let me know.
Yeah, exactly. It's just entertaining. I mean, the amount of people that say that it has to do something. As soon as someone tells me that it has to do something, I just turn off right away. I don't want to know that it has to do something. There's a probability that it can do it, but it doesn't mean it has to. Hopefully that person's not holding their GJ cells. I even sent them. The funny thing is too, I even sent them a chart, and they're like, "Yeah, but the 15-minute candle's reversing." I'm like, I don't know about that.
I don't know about that.
So GJ potential, the gap fill.
They'll probably get to 136, 160. I think
137 to
137, 400 is a long-term target, or 200 is very long-term. But I think for today's episode, 136, 160 probably looks like a safe target.
136, 160 on my line.
Yeah, because we're entering a major zone right now on the daily, so you just have to be aware that we can reject at any time. So don't get caught in the sauce.
My next TP area is close to yours. So, yeah.
I'm not in GJ. I'm in gold. I'm 160 pips up in gold. So
1678. Damn.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, it's fun.
78, and your entry is 61, right?
Yeah, it's a good day.
It's a great day.
Going back to
Great
Walmart today to buy more stuff for myself. 'Cause that's the only place that's open.
Just buy the whole Walmart.
It just really sucks because there's nothing really to buy. Like I literally bought another Xbox for my living room so that I can play upstairs and also downstairs.
Oh, did you fix the internet?
Oh yeah, everything got
All right,
fixed.
so we can play today. Cool.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to carry my Xbox upstairs, so I'm just gonna bring it so that I can play. I can just decide where I want to play.
Because yesterday when we were about to jump off the plane, right? You jump off first, and then I didn't see you after that. I'm like,
Yeah.
Ted, go! As soon as I landed, I got killed right away.
What are you guys playing? Call of Duty?
Yeah, Warzone. We were playing yesterday.
Okay, I might just go purchase it and jump on.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's really fun. Now you can play quad.
That's the only game that I ever wanted to play that I never got into.
Just make sure you have like 10 hours to install the game.
Oh,
yeah, seriously.
Those patches are
fucking insane, but it's really good.
Like, why do they do that?
Because I don't know, to save CDs, I guess. DVDs.
Oh,
I mean, those the maps are huge, so anytime they do like.
I mean, I don't think it's just that. It's because, you know, many people out there, they buy the game and they finish the game and they hand it over to another friend, so that friend is waiting for you to play, and anyways they're gonna be able to play. Now you can't, because basically you buy the game but you register your PS4 or whatever device you're using, and there's no way you can use the same game.
Right.
Oh, so they finally got smart that you can't share the disc anymore?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy, man.
Well, that's always been with like multiplayer games, no?
No,
you
Matt,
can't
what
really
he's
share the disc.
no, but back in the old days, like if I bought a disc, like whatever, like Final Fantasy or whatever game, Resident Evil, I could just hand you the disc and you could go play that or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
But he's saying that they're blocking, like how they prevent you from sharing movies. It's like that's what they're trying to do.
Oh.
But that's crazy.
Yeah, so it looks like 1780 or 1689 will tap out today with gold.
Use pumping.
Why don't you mention the UCAD loss? Did someone take a UCAD loss?
Misfire.
No, not me.
I don't think anyone took a UCAD. Or did Rakeel take a UCAD loss, or did he just have his sell stop not activated or buy stop?
I think he had. Rakeel mentioned he had. I think it was GJ or something like that.
No, Rakeel had a UCAD.
He only has one
buy
trade
stop.
marked.
Yeah, no, he had a UCAD buy stop and a sell stop. Both of them got activated.
Oh, so it'll cancel out.
Yeah.
Is that from YouTube, that comment?
Yeah.
Block him. Like, no matter how much good you do in the world, you just fuck up one time and that's it takes.
Oh, yeah. Bro, I just have, you know how many people hate me in the chat? Well, not hate, but, you know.
Whoever made that comment, when your mentality shifts, you'll start succeeding in life.
Yeah, that's never gonna happen.
daily downtrend. EJ.
What, DJ?
EJ for me.
Oh, EJ. Oh, that's right, Bobby.
If you pass 119.08, you may pass higher towards 119.8. My ticket is 118. Oh, 195. Use flying as expected. Broke the trend. And TP must be the jet.
All right, I'm gonna head out, guys. I'll be safe. I'll see you guys later. If you guys want to play some Warzone, I'll be up.
Okay, Macaronian, take care, buddy.
Take care. Have fun.
Bye, Kerwin. Bye,
Say hi
Kev.
to
Bye,
Lex for me.
Rakeel. Yeah.
Yeah, Mac, take it easy.
Bye, Kev.
Take care. Take care.
Bye, bye.
I'm gonna be leaving too. Thank you.
Bye, Bobby.
Bobby.
About 23.7 is our retest point on the structure hold there. If we break back below 23.7 with exhaustion, we're looking for shorts on Dow Jones as well, because this could have just been pushed.
That's gonna cost us $40 there, giving out Jeevan secrets. All right, everybody, I'm gonna head off here. Take care.
Okay, Raja, take care, buddy.
See you tomorrow for more fun time.
Thank you, Raja. Have a good one, man.
Hey, take
Yeah,
care.
man.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for the whole trade, Ted. Appreciate it, buddy.